LeBron turn the Lakers back into a championship team?
Yes. Can he? For sure. A championship contender. I'm not predicting they'll win it with LeBron, but definitely they'll be one of those few teams in the hunt. The concern, of course, with LeBron is will he stay healthy? I do think this age issue is real, and, you know, he could get hurt again. So we'll see. But if he's healthy, LeBron, AD, Westbrook, yeah, they're definitely a championship contender. One thing I see that I like, even though they've lost some games, they obviously got blown out by the Bulls, I like that Westbrook, even with LeBron, is not playing exclusively point guard. You see THT and other players bringing the ball up and initiating the offense. And sometimes it's Westbrook, but not all the time. And that means when LeBron comes back, he'll be on the ball a lot. And Westbrook will be off the ball. I think Westbrook is getting more acclimated to being off the ball, moving a little better off the ball, cutting to the rim a little bit better. He has had the ball down the stretch, which I'm not that fond of at all. I'm sure you guys aren't either. But again, I think he'll respect that when it comes down to the stretch, LeBron needs to have that ball. So I'm encouraged a little bit by Westbrook being off the ball, even without LeBron. So when LeBron comes back, I think it's a good fit. So, yeah, they'll still work out some kinks. They've shot it well, I think better than people expected from three. They're shooting like they're 12th in the league in three-point percentage. That's pretty good for what we expected from them. So, yeah, they'll get it back. They got to work on things defensively. But with LeBron, they're definitely in the hunt.
Well, you say you like Westbrook off the ball a little bit more. I would like him off the court a little bit more. So that's why I'm trying to go with this here.
Hear, hear.
The thing is, for me, do I believe he'll make them better? Yes. But he has his work cut out. Because offense is not the problem, Chris. It's defense and turning the ball over. And Russ is still turning the ball over. Russ is going to give you on a nightly basis somewhere between 4 and 7 assists. And you know, in crunch time, in close situations, you can't turn the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over and not play defense. You can't. Because at least you can hang your hat because you're going to have, they're going to be games that you have slumps scoring the basketball. But if you have a slump scoring the basketball, you just can't give the guys the 405 and during the pandemic and just let them get free drives to the basket. You can't let guys shoot wide open threes and not get a hand, not contest them, not run them off the three-point line, not get a hand in their face. That's their problem. And Russ, what do we do with him, Chris? That is still the fly in the ointment. That is it. All this other stuff, triple-double. Yeah, he's having 11 assists, but he's having 8 turnovers. That's not good. Yeah, he had a triple-double, but he had 10 turnovers. That's not good. What we've done, Chris, is that we've turned a blind eye. In the process of those triple-doubles, he damn near led the league in turnovers every single year that he led to have that triple-double. That's not good because in close ball games, that's when it manifests itself. You can get away with a turnover in the first or the second quarter. But when you turn the ball over 3 times in the fourth quarter and you're in a nip-tuck ball game, no. So this is going to be LeBron's most daunting task. I'm anxious to see him get back and play with Malik Monk. We've seen him play one game with Monk, but play with THT again. Play with Wayne Ellington. Guys that can space the floor, that he can create shots for. AD, I like the way AD, but I want AD to be more aggressive. Russell Westbrook should never have more shot attempts than Anthony Davis. I don't care if he's shooting 60% that night. He shouldn't have more shot attempts than Anthony Davis, period.
Okay, Chris Broussard, you shocked me with your take because you indicate that Russell Westbrook is actually heading north. Westbrook is heading north, and both Shannon and I think he's already headed completely south on the 405 to the point that we would like to see him out of town. So I ask you, as I said before the year, he's solo act, stat machine, high turnovers, blast to watch, sometimes for all the wrong reasons. And we have concluded, Shannon has concluded as the #1 LeBron Laker fan, that if possible, before the trade deadline, he would like to see Westbrook out of here. see him gone because it would clarify everything. And I still like the roster. I would like it more if you just said Westbrook was gone. I don't even care what you get in return for him. If you get nothing in return, I would still like LeBron's chances with the rest of the roster than LeBron's trying to overcome win in spite of Westbrook. What are the odds to you, Chris Broussard, of this team actually getting rid of Westbrook?
0.
Well, first of all, look, I think you got to give him more of a chance with LeBron. All right, we know they haven't played many games together. Westbrook has shown this in his new places that he's been traded to. He's gotten better later in the season, right? We saw it in Houston. Started off poorly, got better as the season went on. We saw it in Washington last year. I know they're playing great without him. I'm just saying, though, last year he came on in the second half of the season and played better. So I would give it a little more time. Look, LeBron knew what he was signing up for. LeBron wanted Russ, and we all doubted it. A lot of people questioned it. LeBron knew this is how Russ plays. LeBron's a student of the game. He watches tape on other players. He knew what he was getting. So I just think you mentioned the turnover, Shannon. Obviously, it's a problem. But you got to get the ball out of his hands more. And I think when LeBron is back, that will be the case. LeBron's got to take the ball. It's LeBron's team. He won. I'm serious. And that's what they got to do. Now, if it doesn't work out, if LeBron can stay healthy and play the next couple of months and it's just not working out, then you can try to move him. But let's be honest. Who's taking him and that contract? And people were shocked that the Wizards could trade him.
Okay.
And so a contender's not going to want to fit him in, and a bad team, you're not giving him the ball to him, so it takes away from your young developing player. So they might be stuck with it.
So, Chris, I agree. You've got to get the ball out of Westbrook's hands. How? He lives for the ball in his hands. It's who he is, who he's always been. Nobody's ever held him accountable for all those turnovers. He's running away again with the league lead in turnovers. What do you do with him if he doesn't have the ball in his hands? He is simply the worst superstar jump shooter I have ever seen. High turnovers, lousy shooter, 29% from three, so liability from three, and he still takes 4.3 a game, which is way too many. Okay, so if LeBron says, give me the ball and get out of the way, he's a low-end defender. He can steal the ball occasionally, but he doesn't really on-ball defend.
No.
Okay, so help me out. What's his value to even be on the floor? You go stand over there and stay out of the way?
His energy and getting moving without the ball. Look, we've seen players have to adjust. Later in their career, individual stars who go to a team and they have to adjust. And this is, look, LeBron's got to, whether it's talk to him, I don't know that LeBron will sit down and talk to him about it, but he's just got to take the leadership of the team. It's as simple as that. Because it's not going to work. You guys are right. I mean, if Westbrook's got the ball in his hands as the point guard and LeBron's playing off the ball, that's not going to work. I say it all along. LeBron should be the point. Russ should be off the ball. And you got to admit, I mean, Russ isn't handling it as much as he has in the past.
And let that sink in,
I mean,
Chris.
THT is handling the ball a good
Think about
amount.
what you just said. He's not handling it as much as in the past, but he's still leading the league in turnovers.
By far.
So just imagine.
He's trying to make too much happen. He's trying to make too much happen. But that's where the leadership comes in. That's where the culture of your team comes in.
Okay.
LeBron and AD are bigger stars right now than Westbrook.
Yeah.
And they just going to have to, look, they brought him on. They going to have to make it work.
Damn.
You can't just hope Westbrook realizes it.
Chris, to your
That's
point.
leadership.
Taylor Horton-Tucker is a nice young player. He's like 20 and looks like he's 30 to me, and he plays like he's 30. And I agree with you, especially the other night down the stretch. He's dribbling the ball up the floor. So bully for him. Way to go. So he's a better fit with LeBron and AD. And obviously, I like that Melo's been sensational.
Yeah.
He's played like Denver Melo. So you've got a lot of nice pieces, starting with Monk and Ellington. You can shoot it. Russ doesn't even fit. He is the fly. It's like a super fly in the ointment, right?
Yeah.
All right, Chris, we need you for
No, look,
one more.
It's a challenge.
Okay, it is a challenge. And
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.